In this video, I want to cover the additional support that we've added for guided tours in our ESS portal version 4.4. Now, if you install our application, you turn it on, you come to this page, and notice there's no tours anywhere, and you think it's not on. Well, there's a couple things you have to do in order to set up the tours and configure the properties in order to make the tours show up initially on these pages. So first of all, just to highlight, so if you go to kind of guided tours, and you were to say, let's go create go to a guided tour and let's add a new tour, one thing you'll see here is that under the type, there's no service portal on the platform. And the reason for that is you have to activate initial property for this. So the first property is, so you'll see one here for guided tours SP enable. So the first thing you have to do is kind of enable this in order for the guided tours feature functionality of service portal to be basically activated and turned on. So once you've done that, then you can go to go back to guided tours. All right, I can say create a new tour. You'll now see an option here for standard UI versus service portal. All right, so I can give this kind of a tour name. We'll just call this test tour. We're going to choose our portal, our ESS portal application. All right, choose the starting page of our EVG home. As our starting page. This is going to basically make it available to all roles. You can obviously make this unique to specific roles. One thing you may find is the guided tour thing doesn't launch, and the reason for that is this property here could be, if it's set to false, this property may cause it to where that guided tour page won't launch and it won't work. But it's somewhat dependent on the version of London that you're on and certain patches that have been applied. So let's go back to the tour. And so the tour designer, you can do a couple different things here. Let's start off with, let's just create an introduction. Say, welcome to the portal. All right, I can put more pages here. More information there. All right, I can go take one of these callouts, maybe throw this onto the search box area. Say, search using this search box. All right, I can save that. Can add more kind of callouts. Here are some navigation options. All right, and I can also create, say, a conclusion. And then we can preview it, or we can make it this is published. Let's publish it. Confirm our tour has been published. All right, so now we can run our tour. Begin, kind of navigate through the steps, and great, complete. Now one thing you'll highlight too is that we go change pages here. You'll see the tour gets minimized. So basically it's only showing the option for tours if there are tours available for that particular page. Now I want to highlight that for a couple of other themes, the way we positioned the tours button and the tours icon may differ. So this is a Cat-A theme as an example. I did create a page tour for this particular page. You'll see now this one shows up here a little differently in that it has basically a question mark and this icon. A lot of the other ones that have just kind of little button icons will have kind of a question mark icon either in the header or in this case in the kind of navigation section. But in essence, interacting with it does the same thing. It starts this tour, where I can begin the tour, step through the different components, right, and ultimately see that as a completed tour. And same thing if I go to a different page. You'll see if this page doesn't have an active tour, that icon or that button gets hidden and suppressed. Now another thing you may want to do is that you'll see under the guided tours there's a configure auto launch. You can set that up and in essence go to whichever tour it is that you're defining. So in this case maybe my new tour that I just created. I can set this to auto launch so that when I go into the home page of that particular tour, it's going to automatically launch this if I haven't already viewed it before. So that covers what I wanted to show as far as added support for page tours. Again, you got to activate the property, create the tours for the different pages that you want, and you can associate different roles to those as well if you want certain users to only be able to see certain tours. And that the way they present on different pages may render, or different themes may look a little differently, but ultimately the functionality is the same in terms of how it's been built. Hope this is helpful, and thank you.